You're right, we're the Vice-Captain.
Yes, yes we are.
So, here we are, Shindigs again. We're going to be talking about the community event going on, Union in Chains.
Yes, I like this event, and I don't like this event at the same time.
I really like it, and that's because I have nothing to lose or gain here.
People are stealing my models is what they're doing.
Now, first things first, a little bit of housekeeping. We haven't uploaded for a while because YouTube Editor went down.
Yeah, YouTube decided not to have YouTube Editor anymore, and that's our primary source of how we were editing our videos, so we're currently looking for more editing softwares.
Yeah, so, and obviously you're going to be going, oh, but that only happened very recently. We're not the most driven people in the world, so when we heard that was going to happen,
It's not drive, we both work full-time jobs and have lives outside of video editing.
That's that as well. So when we found out this was going to happen, we went, alright, take our time, find a decent YouTube editor, video editor, and that's what we've got now because you're watching this. So here we are.
It's possible.
Yeah.
We could also have a really cheap one that we're using while we're waiting to get the one that we want.
Yeah, but let's not tell them that. We've got a really good one, it's amazing.
We both work full-time, doesn't mean we can afford things.
No, that's true. So, here we are, community event, Union in Chains.
Yep.
What do you think?
I like the direction the Steam Forest is going. I like that we might be getting some more sculpts or some models. I don't like that the Union are being thrown around like cheap prostitutes.
I love the fact that they're almost being punished because Steam Forge were nice to them in Season 1. They gave them a very deep roster. They said, look, here you go. You need to buff out the other guilds. You need to fill in gaps they don't necessarily have, but be a team of your own. Blackheart did that really well. And now they've gone, you know what, we're going to punish you because we made too many models for you.
I think they punished them to start with because some of the models the Union had were limited in what they could do because it was broken in other teams. So they ended up
You're
having
talking about
to
the
nerf.
old Alki Union.
It's like having to nerf a lot of the Union players. No, I mean like even players like Gutter.
Oh,
wasn't
Season 1 she
ridiculous.
wasn't. If you look at how she is now,
Yeah.
I think if they would bring back how she was in Season 1, it's not going to be the most
The
ridiculous
only
thing
reason
in the
they
world.
stopped that is because in the Butchers, that was
so
crazy.
strong. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Gutter and the Butchers. What?
And how Harry, you know, before all the changes, his playbook was just auto-include for alchemists and engineers. But in the Union, he fought for his slot with other people.
Yeah, and now
Avarice
he's-
and Greed, the footballing thing, was crazy in the Fish, but it wasn't crazy in the Union.
And now they've been punished because other guilds are using them really well.
So now, on top of being punished for being in other guilds, they're now being punished for being in the Union
So
by
they're
being
tracked.
changed and handed out to other guilds.
I love that. It's so good fluff-wise where they're going. And it's a brilliant idea, and it really opens up the idea of the Solstician Church as a guild.
Yep.
And at the moment they get missed, which a lot of morticians are really salty about.
And-
a lot of the posts I'm seeing is,
And potentially Spigot.
potentially Spigot, but we're talking about from the Union.
Maybe Ghast.
Talking about from the Union. I don't remember Ghast and Spigot in the Union. That is a janky Union.
But it should be.
So that's where we're sitting, and we're just going to talk about who we're supporting from each of the little fights that's going on. Sorry farmers, sorry blacksmiths, get out.
To be fair, Blacksmiths and Farmers have just come out.
Yeah.
They should be already riding high on the crest of new players.
Yeah, that's true. We need some love, us old guilds.
Yeah. When's the last release I had that I actually enjoyed?
Oh,
Season 3 was a bad release. Like,
you've not enjoyed
for
season
me,
3.
Season 3 released some of models-wise, they were beautiful.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Fluff-wise, they were fantastic.
Yeah.
They were really well-rounded. Rules-wise, I don't think I've used Season 3 models since they came out.
It's so miserable. You used Season Brisket a couple of times.
Yeah, to see if she worked, which she doesn't.
Comment below. So here we go. We're just going to run off the fights that are happening and whose side we're taking. And then at the end of this video, we're going to talk about how we want to get more involved in it. So let's start off with Poster Boys.
If you haven't seen the post yet, what are you doing? Go look at that post.
Yeah, that's a good
Pause
point.
this,
Go
go
on
to
Facebook.
Steamforge, look at their forums, look at the post. But we'll go through it quickly anyway. So
Yeah.
it's 4 Union players are being vied for by 8 guilds,
Yeah.
so 2 each. And the winners of these events, as kind of chosen by people playing games representing their faction, so not necessarily playing their faction. So if you want to represent the Butchers,
But
you just
you're
have
running
to,
Alks.
you could run Alchemist, but you just put a Butcher symbol in your
Yeah.
community forum profile.
And you say, this is who I'm representing for this.
And the outcome of this, so the winners, the most posts, the most
See,
community stuff.
they said you score by posting what you're doing on
I think it's going to be what Steamforged like. So if they go, this post is really good, we'll give extra points to these people. And that will influence who wins these players. Those players will then be getting veteran versions of themselves
in the guild.
That get to play for that guild as a friendly guild model.
Which would be amazing.
Instead of a union model.
Well,
but they do get to keep their original Season 1 union selves for the union.
Yeah.
So union aren't changing at all.
They're still a guild, but they just don't have any veterans
and
anymore.
You can represent the union. Yeah, you can have your symbol as the union symbol. It doesn't actually do anything because you don't gain any players. But you can represent the union.
I suppose you're fighting just to not give anyone out.
You can also represent farmers and blacksmiths. They have said you can represent the union.
But anyway, here's where we stand. Let's start with the poster boys.
Yeah, Fish and Butchers are both vying over Gutter.
Now, we're going to be honest with you. We want Fish to get Gutter.
Okay, let's do a bit of history on Gutter. Season 1, Gutter was possibly one of the most broken models to ever exist in the universe.
He used her extensively.
With Blackheart and Commanding Aura back in the good old days of the Union.
So broken.
Back when they were broken and no one cared.
I couldn't touch him.
She used to be able to chain grab people out of position. Like, it wasn't trigger off playbook. She used to actually be able to chain grab people. She was Corsair way back when, but 1 dice and used to be able to bag a coffers that with coin and used to go up to 5 influence, and she could silent blow literally anybody into oblivion.
So stupid.
They moved silent blow up her playbook.
Yep.
And they made her chain grab 4 inches instead of 6 inches.
Yep.
And they now trigger it off the playbook.
It's not as impressive.
So she's nowhere near as scary as she was. However, making her a friendly guild model to the Butchers is scary as hell.
Yeah, who wants to give her extra... Here's Scything Blow, but with an extra 2 damage.
Now, I maintain she won't keep Scything Blow.
I think she will.
We had this argument earlier. In that all the veteran players, and the only one I can see that's an exception to this is Brisket, basically changed the model entirely. Yeah. They changed the model, they changed the rules, they changed the traits. So if you look at velocity to vet velocity, one's a striker, one's a goalkeeper.
They can score goals.
I know vet velocity can be a
rush keeper.
She's got a 6-inch kick instead of an 8-inch kick.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the dodge anymore.
No.
She has a weirder playbook and can give herself more tack, but that's nowhere near normal velocity. So they're entirely different models. One's got reanimate, one doesn't.
Yeah. So what we're expecting is for Gutter to go to... This is what we're hoping, actually, if we're honest. Gutter to go to the Fish, lose Scything Blow...
And gain a bit more kick stats and just be another 2-inch for each Fish.
You know, yes, it will lend more to the idea of maybe she will keep chain grab or she'll get drag. So she can start, affecting that attrition idea of Corsair, Kraken and Gutter all working together to pull you in and play football around you.
But the very basis thing for me is I don't want another 2-inch reach model in the Butchers.
Yeah.
They're strong enough as it is.
And you know what the worst thing is? We both play Butchers. Yeah. And we're saying this. Don't think we're being biased.
I mean, it's going to be a bit of a death sentence for Shank.
Yeah.
If they get Gutter, because having a 2-inch reach model that isn't Shank would mean that
they don't have to use
only
Shank.
The people that we know that are really staunch Shank supporters will keep using him because of his threat range.
I know one. I know one person who uses Shank.
Having a 2-inch reach model with damage in Gutter would mean that
that's it.
Shank's probably going to go by the wayside.
Yeah. So that's where we stand with that one. So if you're with Vice-Captain, go for the Fish.
Yeah, definitely try and win that one for the Fish.
Number 2, Morts and Hunters over Hemlock.
This is the weirdest one of all time. I mean, Hemlock sees very little table time at our club.
I love Hemlock so much.
She's got Noxious Blast. I mean...
Smelling salts.
Since when was that ever cool in the Union? She's a weirdly high defense model with ridiculously low health.
Yeah.
She's got 1-inch reach. She used to be 2.
Yeah.
She used to be cool.
She's got slippery.
Yeah.
Used to have blind.
Defense 6 on pine blows, so she's kind of a pseudo scalpel. I mean, she still is blind, isn't she?
I thought she used to have blind. Anyway, the point is, she's not used.
Yeah.
And we've been saying for ages, she's one of the models that we look at and go, this model needs some love. She really needs to get in there. Steam unfortunately do something to make her good. And now they've done that, but not for the Union.
Yeah, and the weird thing for me was both the guilds in question, the Hunters and the Morticians, can both run Minks. And I think that would have been much more of a fight. I think the Hunters care about Minks because she is a Hunter. She has all the rules. She gives out snared, she has the dodge after she does damage, she's influence efficient. And the Morticians love that Furious lineup.
And they love the snared,
and they love the snared, and they love the threat range, and they love her goal scoring ability. So it would have been a way more sensible, let's see who gets Minks kind of thing.
Yeah, but no, they're going for Hemlock.
But they went for Hemlock, I think, because nobody else wanted her, to be honest.
Well, here's the thing, though.
She's a brewer, isn't she, as well?
Yeah, that's why I bought her. I brought her for the Brewers.
Yeah, same. Because the Brewers didn't want her, apparently.
Well, here's the way I look at Hemlock, and I say this all the love in the world. Morticians, after Chris ran you at Guild 2, at Jumpers to Guild Post 2, Jumpers 4 Guild Post 2, I do that every time.
Yeah.
He got absolutely slaughtered.
Yeah, mostly by Morticians, to be honest.
So here's the thing: they need a little bit more loving, and
from what I've seen, what Morticians need is not a really fragile player.
Yeah.
My experience with the Morticians is they're all really fragile already. So maybe someone with a little bit more survivability. I don't know, maybe Fangtooth.
Yeah, but they're going
Question mark.
But here's the thing: we're looking at it in the sense that Hemlock would rather be for us with the Morticians.
I think even if she gets a veteran version in the Morticians, she's not going to see any table time.
I think she'd be better in the Morticians.
I think if she ends up...
But here's the thing, do you think she'll be better with Morticians or Hunters? When a Hunter's going to drop Minx for Hemlock?
But if she gets her veteran version for the Hunters, what's the bet? And she'll just get synergy around snares and stuff.
I don't think she will.
She'll have like an AoE snare or something.
No,
it seems like something they would do.
I don't know. So where do we stand? Where does ViceCaptain stand on this one?
I don't think either team really needs her, to be honest, but I'd stick her in the Hunters because they'll never use her. It means I can use her more.
Alright, you know what? Since I actually care about Hemlock as a player, and I really want her to work well, I'm going to take control of this one. I'm going to overrule him. I'm going to veto what he said. Put her in the Morticians. I think she'll see some love.
Right.
Silence and Hemlock together would be fun.
Yeah, alright, maybe. Maybe we'll see control Morticians.
Exactly, I think it'll be a bit more fun. Right, next one up is, let's do Alchemists Engineers.
Yeah, okay, we'll save the best till last then. Alchemist Engineers are fighting over the Harry the Hat. I mean...
This is the one that I'm actually going to be personally representing.
3 months ago, whenever it was the errata last came out, the one that changed Harry, this could have been seriously important.
Yeah.
Because Harry was auto-included both those lineups.
When I run out, because I still run Harry, but...
I mean, he's still a really viable choice now, and
it's
literally just because of Inspiring Hat. Everything else on his card is just gravy. Like it's really nice to have, but Inspiring Hat is literally the reason you keep it because basically what it says is everybody within 4 inches of Harry the Hat gets showboating, but it stacks with showboating, so Midas can snapshot for free.
It's so good. And that's the thing. I love Harry, and I'm going to be representing Alchemists in this. Sorry to everyone. I'm showing my hand here. I'm going Alchemists.
And as much as I'd like to disagree, because I think Harry with robot arms would be really cool.
Don't get me wrong, if they say that's what they're going to get for the Engineers, I almost might be swayed, if not for the fact I don't play Engineers.
I don't want any more Engineers players that don't have Mechanica Synergy.
Yeah.
Because the Mechanica Synergy is what makes the Engineers super powerful.
Yeah.
But... I really want to see Harry and the Alchemist to throw more stuff.
Yeah,
I want him to have Fire Blast.
That's why I run it, because he has Molotov, which with smoke is hilarious.
I was thinking the other day when building a smoke lineup in my head, they don't throw enough stuff.
Yeah, that's why
they have a lot of synergy around conditions, but I want them to throw more.
That's why whenever I run smoke, you get the Calculus, you get the Mercury, and you get Harry.
Yeah.
And you're right, there's enough AoEs out there that I can just chemical breeze everything. I can...
If he gets Fire Blast, he's definitely an auto-include for my smoke lines. It's going to be Smoke Nausea, it's going to be Calculus Mercury, and it's going to be Harry, and Veteran Catalyst to mop up.
There, done.
And it's just super cool.
If you can't tell, we are going Harry for the Alchemist.
Harry
for
the Alchemist. So, the fourth one then.
Oh, Decimate.
This seems to be the one that's generating the most interest as well at the moment.
Because we've been saying for ages that Brewers need some love.
Yeah.
And we both like the Masons. One of us likes them a lot more than the other.
I like Hammer. I don't like the Masons, I just like Hammer.
Come on, give Mallet.
If he was in any other team, I'd run that team all the time.
So that's where we're sitting. And, oh God, who do you want Decimate to go to?
So Decimate is either going to be a Brewer or a Mason. Now, I've coined a hashtag for this one.
He has.
That I think we're going to spread on our Facebook page. Shameless plug, we're going to have a Facebook page.
Oh, you ruined the spoiler for the end. Oh,
it's not a spoiler for the end.
No.
It's going to be hashtag go home Decimate, you're drunk.
If you're a Mason.
No, that's a Brewer one.
No. That's the Mason one.
That's the Brewer one.
No, it's the Brewer one.
Okay, let's go drunk Decimate your home.
Yeah, go drunk Decimate your home if you're a Brewer. And these are hashtags. We want you to spread them, and it's going to show who you're supporting in this fight. So, is it go home Decimate your drunk for the Masons, or go drunk Decimate your home for the Brewers? We want to see you spreading it. We want to get involved. We're going to get into this community event because it is just.
I mean, us personally, the Brewers need something.
Yeah.
So whatever Decimate brings will be something cool.
And the Brewers, if you're a Brewer player and you consider yourself one of the top tier players, and
I mean, let's face it, when a player moves to a veteran status, they don't really change their role. They just go about it in a different way a lot of the time. I mean, Brisket's still a striker.
Yeah. Graves
is still kind of a 2-inch reach supporty piece in the middle table. He just goes about it in different ways. So the likelihood of Decimate not being a damage dealer, who's also quick and a bit football-y, is very unlikely.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's going to be doing that in a team that builds huge synergy around damage and movement buffs means that whatever she gets will be really useful.
And that's where we want to see her. So, Vice-Captain, unfortunately, we're going to have to say, go drunk, decimate your home.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's where we stand on it. How do you think it's going to roll out, though? That's where we want it to be.
I honestly think Gar will end up in the Butchers.
Yeah, let's just do a quick rollout of where we think it's... So, who's going to win Butcher's Fish?
Butchers will win.
Right.
I don't want them to, but Butchers are going to win just because there's a lot of Butchers out there and they still get real butthurt about
everything.
Philip not being the same monster she always was.
Okay.
So they still believe they're owed something.
Mort's Hunters.
I think the Hunters will win just because they have a lot of players, and since the whole mystery box thing, everyone's got Hunters.
I'm inclined to agree.
Everyone seems to like Hunters, but no one knows how to play them.
I'm in that field. I am.
Okay. That's not fair. Some people know how to play them. A lot of people don't know how to play them.
That's fair. So, okay, down to the...
Alps Engineers.
Yep.
Alps will win.
Yep, perfect.
There's a load... Engineers are really niche.
Not a lot
of people like engineers because of their aesthetic.
If you're an engineer and you're watching this, we apologise, but there's not a lot of you.
They're on.
How about this? Prove us wrong, get out there, start speaking about it, spread the word.
I think part of the reason the engineers didn't win a sanctioned tournament until they did, which was beginning of season 2, just after Pinvice came out.
No, it was actually
mid-season 2 when Pinvice came out, even though it was Ballista that won it.
Yeah.
It's because no one played them. It wasn't because no one knew how to use them. It's literally just because no one used them.
Yeah, and I completely agree.
And it took a quality player like Greg Day to actually go ahead and use them. Well, and when he did, he won.
Here's the thing. We really like the engineers. I mean, Chris plays them. You play them a lot and you love them.
I think they're like cooler fish for me. Like, I think the fish are way too one-dimensional. I think the engineers
admit it, they are your guilty pleasure. You love running engineers.
Whenever I get bored, I run engineers.
There, you see. So we're not saying we don't like you. We just want to hear your voice. Get out there and speak about it. Come on, show us you care. Yeah. I mean, not too much because I still want the Alchemists to win. If you don't like me, get out there and talk about it.
To be fair, I'd really like to see the look on Stefan's face when Harry ends up with robot arms.
There we go, you see? So that's where we sit, and finally...
His best buddy compound with his robot arms.
Brewers Masons.
It's got to be Brewers. I think Brewers are going to do it as well, because I think Brewers
their social media following is so high.
I think Brewers are more popular than Masons. I think Masons are played more.
Yeah,
I think Brewers are a popular team that people don't think are competitive, so I think there's going to be a lot of love for them.
I think Masons are a really strong competitive people.
And fluff-wise, she used to be a brewer, right?
Don't tell everyone. Obviously, I play Masons as a main, but I still think the Brewers will win this, mainly because I've noticed a lot with Mason players on the Facebook community. You are really quiet. You'll make a comment, but you won't even get inflamed. You're very emotionless as a community.
They're very stoic. Solid even, quite slow, good at building up, not really good at those high spectacular plays. Almost like Masons.
You know what? Why do I play Masons? What is wrong with me? I don't have any patience for this.
You also don't run Hammer.
Oh, I just don't like Hammer.
Okay, so that's
where we sit on the guild.
That's the Union in Chains.
Yeah. Let us know what you think. Like and subscribe if you've been watching this all the way through to the end.
If you're not liking and subscribing and you're watching this video, like and subscribe.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. Once or twice.
Just to subscribe, be honest.
Yeah, don't even care about the likes. So yeah, let us know what you think, and just keep an eye out for that Facebook page we're going to be putting out there. And
yep, it will be called the ViceCaptain.
And we just want to hear
ViceCaptain.
Yeah, we just want to hear you guys what you want to say. Even if you're going to message us and say we're completely wrong, all of our opinions are horrible. Good, tell us.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're winning this argument because we're the ones talking.
Yeah, and you don't want Stefan to be right all the time.
Exactly.
Or ever.
Get out there and tell us, alright? So there you go. We've been the Vice Captain.